Hey everyone, okay, so this is a video. I wanted to point a couple of things out to you because you may have them or it may be awkward for you, which is why I wanted to point it out. When you're doing eyeshadow, it's a wonderful thing and you can transform your eyes. But if you look on my eyes, now I don't know if you can see from this distance, but there's two things going on. I'll zoom in, it may or may not make a difference, but right here above this eye and this eye, but mainly this one, is a blue vein that travels from here all the way up. So when I'm doing tutorials and as I pull the eyeshadow up or go into the crease, it can look like it's distorted because there's this vein, excuse me, and it's a little bit risen and it can distort the eyeshadow, which is a real pisser. And there's not much you can do about that because it's just the way it is. Unfortunately, I think you can actually have it removed at some place I read about, but it's like, why would you? But it is really irksome because it can cut through the eyeshadow and make it look like it's a bit weird. But also the other thing that I see a lot of, right here in the outside corner of the eye, hang on, right here in the outside corner of the eye, there can be discoloration. And mine is, I don't know if it's showing in the camera, but mine's quite dark. And if you do not fill that bit in when you're doing eyeshadow or makeup on yourself, or particularly a client, when you start to do the bottom eyelid with eyeshadow, it can look odd and it can look distorted, especially if you're elongating an eye and this bit has not been pre-concealed first. It can distort the eye in the eyeshadow and it can all look slightly bizarre and just not very good, like your technique isn't very good or something is wrong with the eyeshadow. I see it a lot sometimes in magazines where there hasn't been a lot of retouching done and you can see that there is this, what looks like this disconnection in the eyeshadow when it should be joined, and it's because of this evil little sort of patch of skin that we get in the outside corner, which can look sore. And when it's not filled in, it can also make your eyes look like they're downturned when they're actually not. And that's why I made this video, because to conceal this bit will brighten it up. So I'm going to actually pre-conceal it now because I'm working on another video after this. So what you tend to want to do is use quite a strong industrial strength concealer, one that's waterproof, that doesn't move. So I take a pointed brush and I apply shall I zoom in? I apply the concealer directly over that evil little patch that is just really, really bothersome. And then I just take my finger and pat it in. And it may require several kind of attempts to cover it completely. And sometimes the discolor extends, so you may need to, when you're covering it, extend it slightly further down than normal, but that's okay. All you want to do is make sure that this area where there is that bothersome little bit of skin that makes it look like it's darker or stained is covered. I used Makeup Forever concealer, the full camouflage one, because it's waterproof and once it's on and it stays. But it just, I don't know if you can see with this lighting, but it just lifts the corner of the eye back to, you know, where it was. It doesn't give it that tea-bagged kind of stained effect, which can sometimes happen when you don't color it in. It's such an area that is oftentimes so easily missed, but it's one of those areas that's really important to make sure that you cover, because it can really make a massive improvement when doing eyeshadow work. Let me know if you've got that, or if you've got any other problems with that staining or the outside corner of the eyes or weeping, anything like that. Leave them in the comment section below and I will try and answer them for you. Thanks so much and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.